So that's Manchester United level on points at the top with Liverpool. Only one place to start, and I'm not even going to ask the question.
What?
Well, you two sort it out.
So what?
I don't know. I think
penalty.
I think he's suggesting the penalty. To discuss the penalty, the penalty from Pogba. And
what was your your view of the penalty?
Well, it was quite a soft one, you know. Of course, he tripped himself, but I think in order to trip himself, I think he was touched by Luis's feet. And we can discuss about it how we want, and of course, you know, he's smart. He's smart in this situation because you just have to go have a little touch. You go down and you can get a penalty. And I think, of course, he tripped himself. If you see that closely with his right foot, but before he got tripped by himself.
So just so I'm not
mistaken, think Luis, his feet.
He tripped himself.
No, but he got brushed. You see that little brush there?
That's the reason he's tripped. Is that there
on his calf?
Douglas Luiz is not making a tackle. He's not attempting to make a tackle. He's really, really unlucky. But neither, in my opinion, is it a dive. I think he catches Douglas Luiz's leg and then it knocks it onto the back of his other leg there. Yeah. And that always trips you up. If you're running, we know that, we've done it. I think you've probably even done it, Richard, in your playing days. Tripped yourself up like that, so it flicks your heels. That's what's happened. It's like, you know, we used to say, someone clips your heels and you trip yourself up. That's what happens there. But Douglas Luiz doesn't deliberately do anything. He's just trying to get himself between Paul Pogba and the goal. So
Luiz has not committed an offence?
Well, no, he's not made a tackle.
And Pogba tripped himself up.
Inadvertently, his leg has flipped Pogba's left leg into the back of his right leg, and that's why he's gone down. And I knew they wouldn't overturn it, because they just wouldn't. And I'm guessing that if he hadn't given it, I would have been fascinated to see what the reaction would have been to VAR, whether they'd have told him to go and look at it again. But I wasn't surprised having seen that they didn't overturn it. I really wasn't. I mean, I felt for Douglas Luiz. He played ever so well tonight, and all Villa players played well tonight. They really gave United a game tonight, and to lose it in that manner.
I think they're serial offenders. No team can be awarded as many penalties as Manchester United.
No, I would agree with you. An awful lot of the penalties that United have been given are for players going down.
I mean, it comes to something when you trip yourself up and you're still winning a pen. I mean, that's extraordinary. That's, I think, 34 since the beginning of last season, 27 during Solskjaer's time.
Oh, well.
It's impossible.
It's not impossible because it's happening.
But it is impossible for that to happen genuinely.
Yeah, okay, but you know, this is also part of the game right now. There's the laws of the game that whenever you have a little brush or a little touch inside of the box, you might be getting a penalty for that, and we've seen that as well. It was a slight brush from Luis, and what you said as well. There was no intention.
Running.
It was just running, and it clips his legs, and he goes.
So then
down.
the third option is don't award anything.
As I say, I don't know what he'd have done if he hadn't awarded it. I sometimes wish he hadn't awarded it, because I'd love to have seen what VAR would have done. Would it have got involved? Would it have said to him, we think you've made a clear and obvious error? I don't know how the VAR operative would have judged that incident, right? I can understand why Michael Oliver gave it, right? Because Paul Pogba doesn't, when you use the words trip yourself, if his foot doesn't touch Douglas Luiz's leg, he doesn't trip himself, right? That's what I think, because he's running. It's the fact that his foot catches Douglas Luiz's leg, his left foot just coming up.
On his calf, here.
Just coming up now. Then it catches his calf. Where is it? It's coming up. Anyway.
It's coming up, yeah.
Bear with us.
This one.
There.
Yeah.
There it's there. Now what I'm saying, Richard, if that doesn't happen, he keeps running. He doesn't go over. But that... And Pogba's not even aware of it. That's the thing. Yeah. Paul Pogba's not aware of it until he hits that, and then he trips himself up. But it's that leg, that trailing leg of Douglas Luiz, that's caused him to fall over. Nothing else. So I feel for Douglas Luiz in a situation like that. But I don't know what the answer would be. He's fixing Nigel, he's looking to you for support.
No, I'm not looking for support.
Oh, no.
I need no support in this circumstance.
I know.
I'm listening intently to what the pair of you have to say.
Yeah, okay. I mean, as soft as it is, and how unfortunate the situation is for Villa and also for Luis, because what you said, we feel for Luis, and it is a soft penalty. Nowadays, with the laws of the game, when you get tripped like that, you know you can get a penalty, and especially when we have VAR, who were not likely to overturn any penalties when it comes down to United. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is. We have to accept it, and of course it is soft, but it is a penalty.
How many times, Nigel, have we seen a situation? Let me give you another situation. The same thing happens. How many times have we seen a player, a forward, go busting through, and the defender's chasing him, and they go across each other, right? The defender's not trying to make a tackle, but the forward knows, I'm getting across him, because if he clips me, he's going to trip me up. How many times have we seen players sent off for that? It happens all the time. But that wasn't a going across, but that's what happened. It was the clipping of his legs. He tripped himself. I've seen it many times. You have. Mm-hmm. You know, you go across the front of a defender. I was always taught that as a front man, because if he catches you, then it trips you up, and you get a foul, or he gets sent off, or whatever. And that's what happened in that situation. And it was unlucky. It really was unfortunate for Douglas Luiz.
Pogba, Fernandes, Martial, Rashford.
No, there have been some iffy ones along those 27. I agree with you.
Some.
100%. I agree with you. There's been some real iffy ones. There's no doubt about that. But
I think it's an issue. I really do, and I think there's a lot of people will agree with me. And I think that it is certainly worthy now of closer examination and referees being more aware.
Well, you would
and only
think
by talking about it will that be the case.
They're supposed to be professional more than ever, right? So you would think when they have their meetings, every month or every week or whatever, however long it is, they would say, listen guys, you know, we need to be careful, we need to be sure these penalties that were given to whatever team, Liverpool were maybe guilty last year, we talked about it often, like, you know, players going down too easily at Liverpool, just with a brush and off they would go. But it's what every player does, and Nigel plays in the modern game still. You only have to touch a player now, and they feel it, and they go into the ground, and giving referees a terrible problem.
What he said, we have seen it already for so many times. So